Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be working on a new project. I'm going to start work on a new journal, and it's going to have quite a lot of different kits involved. They're all by Shabby Dabby Doodah because, as you may have guessed, she's one of my favourite designers. And what I have in mind, I want to do something in really lovely soft colours, pinks and lilacs and blues. So all these kind of colour combinations, which is why I've got several different kits that I'm going to pull from. But lots and lots of lace. It's going to be a really, really soft, girly, pretty journal. I thought it'd be a bit of a contrast to the autumn journal that I'm working on. It's one I've been kind of mulling over for a while. I want to use all my lovely vintage ladies, because I love using them. So we've got all the ladies. This is all full of beautiful vintage ladies, this little booklet. So I've got the Italian ladies by Roxy Creations. I've got vintage ladies, I think they're called, I don't know what, vintage book plates it might be, or something like that, in two sizes by Shabby Dabby Doodah. So they've got the really tiny ones. They're really handy for small pieces of ephemera. I've got the, what they call, she calls her Lovely Ladies by Artie Mays. I've got a few of those. I've used them a lot. I may need to print some more actually. And I've just got a variety of other vintage old photographs and things I've picked up. So these are more of the Artie Mays Lovelies. I've just bought another kit. So these are the larger version of the Shabby Dabby Doodah ladies. And I have just bought another kit. I can't remember where these ones come from, but these are another kit. I just bought these ones, and these are absolutely beautiful. I think these are by Artsology, and they're just called Vintage Women. I think she calls them Vintage Women. But I mean, these women are absolutely stunning, and there's loads of these pictures, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. I just love these, and they come in, I think they come in two sizes, or I've printed them in two sizes. I'm not sure. It may be, no, I think I've just printed them in two sizes. So I've got these are the full size ones, and then I printed two to a page. So I've got them in a smaller size as well. But yeah, I had trouble fitting them all into my little pockets here because there's a lot in the kit, and I really had a little bit of trouble finding room for them all. And then this is another kit by Shabby Dabby Doodah, another, I don't know if they're Victorian ladies or vintage ladies, but another one. So they're different styles. I'm going to mix and match the styles. I don't care. I just want to have it a very feminine journal with lots of ladies in it, lots of lace, lots of pretty colours. That's the plan. That's what I feel like doing. I've been kind of thinking about how to put it together for a while. How to incorporate the idea of the ladies and all the pretty things. So I just thought, well, I'm just going to select a few kits. A couple of them I already had, so I'll just show you them. I'm not going to go through them in great detail because there's quite a few here, but you'll get the kind of the idea. And we'll be using them to make ephemera. Once I've picked out the pages I want to put in the journal, I'll be using all the others to make the ephemera. I think it's only this one. This is Myrtle Cottage. This has got lots of lovely, it's got all the colours really, but it's quite a lilac, I think lilac is the main colour, sort of a lilac-y, lots of blues, lots of different, not blues, pinks, lots of different pinks, lilac-y pinks and lilac-y blues. And this is the only one I've got that's got actual ephemera with it. The other ones, I don't know if they have ephemera. I couldn't find the ephemera on her website for the other two that I recently bought. I bought this a little while ago, but I've not used it much. So, but I really love it. It's a very pretty kit, this one. Very pretty colours, so I love that. And this one I've had quite a while. I've used it for a few different things, but I've never used it in a journal. This is Victoria Park. This has got lots of blues. This is a mixture of blues and pinks, and some neutrals as well, and it's got various vintage sort of doorways and gates and things like that, so that's quite nice, and sort of lamp posts and things like that. So there's another one. So they've got some pretty, it's got some pretty colours, and it's got all the colours I'm looking to use. This is one of my more the ones I've just bought. One of the one of the 2 kits I've just bought. This is called Pink Ladies. So this has got. I thought this was more blues, but actually it's got quite a lot of turquoisey colour. So that's bringing in another colour that I love. So turquoise, pink, ladies, lots of lovely ladies. So that's all good because I like, I want it to have ladies featured. So it's my door creaking open, if you can hear it, making a lovely creaky noise. So yeah, so there's some really pretty, lots of butterflies, roses. It's so pretty. I love this. I love them all. I think they're just gorgeous, and I want to try and find a way. I'm just going to mix them all together. Oh, I've just got a few at the back here. These are actually some ephemera. Nothing to do with this kit at all. These are just a couple of pieces of ephemera that I printed off. If you look closely, that is a pumpkin and there's a sunflower. But it was when my ink was running out. And so they've gone all pinky purpley. So I've got a couple of things like that. So I thought maybe I'll use them. They can, once they're in those colours, you'd never know they're meant to be autumn, would you? So they might get used. I'm not sure. I thought rather than throwing them away, I'll put them in there and I might try and use them. Because I haven't got a lot of ready-made ephemera. But I like making it anyway. If you've watched my channel for a while, you'll know I prefer to make my own ephemera anyway, because that's the fun. I love doing that. Okay, so this is Bellarose. Shabby Dabby Doo. They're all Shabby Dabby Doo. They're all quite different, but I think we can make them work together because the overriding colours are similar. Similar, maybe. So this is Bellarose. I may call this the Bellarose Journal just for simplicity, because I think it might cover everything, covers all the different kits. This is very blue, blues and pinks again, really soft and very pretty, and it's got ladies featured here and there, and really, really lovely and soft colours, and blue, really very much the colours that I'm aiming for in this journal. So there we are. I'm not showing you in too much detail because you'll see the kits as we go along. And when I choose the papers for the signatures, you'll obviously see them again then. I need to go around and I need to trim off all my edges. Otherwise, before we get started on putting signatures together and things, I've been umming and ahhing how many signatures to do. It'll probably be at least 2. But it all depends on the cover and how big I make the cover. And I think I've got an idea where I want to go with the cover. So I may do that and then put the signatures together. I'm not quite sure. Or I might just work on the signatures and then make a cover to go around them. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. I think I'm going to start with just making some ephemera. And see where we go. It's going to be one of these, I'm going to slot it in between other videos. I'm going to be focusing on my autumn journal because I don't want that to go beyond autumn. It's going quite well. I'm getting quite a lot done. So I will be doing a lot more autumn journal videos, but these will just be coming in to kind of break up to do something different. When I feel like doing something soft and pretty and lacy, I'll come in and do some of this. And that might get more and more frequent as time goes on. I just thought I'd show you this one. This is another kit that I've just bought from Artsology. And it's all washi tapes. So I've printed them all on label paper so they can be cut up. But some of these have got lovely pretty florals and pinks and blues and things in. So I can probably use some of these here and there when I'm making the ephemera. So I just thought I'd show you that as well. So yeah, I've got lots to work with, lots and lots, and I've got a bit of work to do to get all the papers prepared because I don't really want to do that on camera while I'm working because it just takes too much time. I do have one here that has been I think might have used this when I was doing the last Roxy's Weekly Challenge, I'm not sure. So I got that prepared. But yeah, so that's going to be happening over the next few weeks. I'll be slotting them in here and there, making ephemera. I'm going to make another little cottage or little house. I've got a pink envelope. I think that would make a really pretty little house, like I made for the autumn journal. They're probably going to feature in a lot of my journals from now on, because I just think they're adorable. So that might be happening in the next video or two. So I just thought to start with, just to get us going and get us started, I'm going to make a couple of pockets and then see how we go from there. So the first one, the other thing I was going to show you actually, Roxy's Weekly Challenge, when we were doing papers made into pockets to go into our signatures like this. So these both come from the Myrtle Cottage, so I could use that as all ready-made page. And then this one came from the Victoria Park, or is a mixture of Victoria Park and an old letter. So I may use both of those in the signatures. I think if there are 2 signatures, I have 2 of these ready-made. If I go for 3, I might make another one of these. We'll see. So they're ready to go already in the signature. Okay, so I'm going to make a couple of pockets. So what this one is, I just saw this week's mass make on Tina's channel, Shabby Dabby Doodah. She does all her mass makes once a week. Saw this pocket and I thought that I want to make that one. I like that pocket. So I've just got to choose some papers. This is the tricky part. Now I've got so many pretty papers, I don't know which one to choose. So I've used a bit of Myrtle Cottage already, although not to make anything. Let's go with one of these if I can find one, because you've got to find one that will fold up and not, you won't lose the main part. It's one that you can move around to have it the other way round, because it needs to be, I think it ends up as portrait rather than landscape, so anything that's got an all over pattern would probably be best. I'll see if I can find anything. Would that work that way round? That might work. Let's see what else I can find. So I haven't planned this or anything, of course. I just thought I'd do the pocket, but I haven't quite decided what I'm going to use. So not that one. Okay, so I've got a possible with this one, and I'm going to have a look at Bellarose, because one of those might work. And if I look at it that way, then it gives me an idea of if it's possible to turn it. This might work. It's too pale, really. I think I might use that pink one. That might be the best one, the best option. Let's have a look, see if there's any more I could use that might not look too odd on its side. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that one, see how it goes. I've made one, so I'm not absolutely sure what I'm doing. That's nothing new, is it? So let's see. I will just move these over. Let's try this. So I'm going to need to take off the white edge. But when I get started properly, I will try and get all that done in advance, so it doesn't take up too much of our time. Right, so we just fold this in half. I love it when Tina does pockets on her mass makes, because I'm always happy to learn to make a new pocket. And then you just fold it, but not all the way over, like so. Like that. You can either do it that way, or we could see how it would work that way. No, don't like that so much. Or it could be that way. Actually, that might be better. But I folded it now, so I'm going to do it this way. But you can do it whichever way. I might do different ones and fold them different ways for different signatures. That would work. when you open it out. Fold in the corner. Then when you fold it back up again, you've got the back of it. So you could, I mean, I haven't printed any of these double-sided. I think when I've decided on which ones I'm going to use for my signatures, I'll print on the back of those. So I better do that before I take all the edges off, hadn't I? So I'm just thinking which order I need to do things. So what I need to do is find something to slot into this, cover this white area. So I could have a look, see if there's something in here that I could use. Just wondering about this piece here, because is that wide enough? Yeah, actually I think it would be. So if I was to put in a piece of this pink script, would that work? So I think I'd like to have something that's a bit more of a contrast. Maybe I'll put a piece of this in. Bring that bit of blue in. What else have I got? Got anything else that would work? And maybe this one, which has got the blue stripe. I seem to have printed 2 of these anyway, so maybe that's a good thing to use, because it's got a little bit of the pink in it, and so it would, yeah, that would be good to use. So again, I'm going to have to trim that down on that side. She folds it over to get the size. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my trimmer. I'm not going to risk tearing it, because I can't tear straight to save my life. Oops. So let's see if I can get this right. Actually, I was just trying to get that actually straight. Right, let's see if that is the right width. Yeah, that's pretty good, surprisingly. I was convinced that would come up too small, but no, it's all right. I'll just go. Okay, so we've just got to glue down the corner. Okay, and then just got to figure out, just got to remember which is the bit I've got to cover. This corner here, this piece here is what is the one we're going to cover. I'm just going to make sure that bottom is straight so it fits properly. No, that's not right, is it? Which one is it? This one. This is it. This is the... Okay. So we'll do a bit of gluing on there. Alright, hopefully that's straight. Trim it off. That's it. Fold it back up again, and then you've got that backed. Just got a little tiny bit showing off the other side there, so I'm just going to trim that a touch. I should trim it that way a little, I think. Right, there we have a nice little pocket. I like that very much. That's not very straight on that side though. Thought it didn't feel right. Let's just straighten that up. Okay, now it's a case of gluing down. I'm still not happy with that. I'm going to do it with my trimmer. That edge is not straight at all. Okay, that's better. Now I want to just do a bit of inking along that edge of that pocket, because once it's glued down it'd be more difficult to do. This one here defines the edge as well. I'll do it along here because this is going to get glued down. Okay, so right, so there's going to be a pocket here, so this will need to be glued, and a pocket going in here, so this will need to be glued. But then we've got the option of a pocket either going into the top here or into the side here. So if you've got a side one there, well, you could have it coming in here, I suppose, as well, or into that side, or into the, I think I'll have it coming in at the top. So I've just got to work out which bits to glue. So I'm going to glue along this edge. And from here, I think. So then that's glued there. So now you've got your pocket here, which again it looks like it needs a trim. Clearly I haven't done a great job on getting these torn straight. This is why I should never tear really. Alright, so that's this pocket. This one here. Now I've got to glue this one. Yes. Slightly challenging the brain as to where the glue has to go. And now just along this little edge of this pocket here. I need a dry wipe, there we are. Make sure I haven't glued it. Where's me? I've got my bone folder under here somewhere. There it is. Just make sure I haven't glued this one shut. Hang on, have I glued that? No, I shouldn't have glued that one shut. Have I? Don't tell me I've glued it. Have I glued the wrong thing? This should be open. What have I done? Oh no, oh no, oh no, I must have glued it. Did you see me doing this? This is so typical. Oh, that's a real shame. It's supposed to be glued across the top, isn't it? Not, oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, this is how not to do as usual. I think it might be okay. You can see it's all peeled off here, but you won't see that. So that's closed. Okay, so it should be glued. Oh God. Oh dearie me. Should be glued across the top. Not alongside, because then you glue the pocket shut, don't you? How not to do it. In my usual fashion, I always manage to find a way not to do something. Okay. That's so. Yeah, I'm going to have to possibly use some of my little bit of washi tape to just make sure that doesn't stick together anymore. Okay, so it's a good thing I had my Artsology washi tape just to the side of me in the pile. I didn't expect to be using it quite so soon. So I've just cut a little strip to fit in there. And then I'm just going to pop it in just to make sure that the tacky bit on that glue doesn't end up making the pocket stick together again. So if you want to see how to do this properly, watch Tina's last video. I think it's her mass make 195 or 6. It's the most recent one. So she posted that this week. I think it was this week. So yeah. And then just have to watch me for all the wrong way to do things. Just tucking that in. It's a bit tricky to do. My arms, with under in camera, so I'm just doing the best I can. Just to pop it in there. Don't want it to stick out too far, because I don't want to make it too visible. But just want to make sure it covers that little area. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but I think we're there. I want it to go in a little bit more. I don't want it to stick out quite that much. Let's try one more time. I was almost there, and then it came. It was in the wrong spot. Okay. Okay, I think that will be fine there. So I think that colour works quite well in that spot. Got a little bit that needs trimming here. So I've made this look much more difficult than it really should be. I thought it was a lovely easy pocket to start off with, and then I'll go and mess it up. Never mind. The pocket is done. I think I am going to round the corners on that bit, just because I think it looks a little softer. Now I'm going to do the 7, the middle size. See if that will round it. And this one. Okay, because I think that just softens it and stops the egg, the corners catching so much. Might just dab a little glue where this is coming up. Alright, so I got there in the end. Sorry about the mess up, but we are there. We have now got a pocket there, got a pocket there, pocket at the top, as long as I haven't glued that one shut. Which is always a possibility with me. I said it jokingly, but I may well have done. I have just caught it with the glue a little bit because I think there was leakage. But yes, now we have we do have a pocket there. There we go. Oh my goodness. What a way to start this new journal. Alright, there's the pocket done. And I love the pocket, I just don't love the way I actually made it, but I think it'd be fine. It looks really pretty. So that's that one. And then I have another one. This is, I mean, I think this is one that loads of people make. I just saw it made on the DD Farrago channel and I thought, well, I'll just put that aside as an idea for a different pocket. And it is literally just taking a piece of book page, folding it over. I mean, it's similar, right? I mean, it's almost similar to the other one, but so I have a piece of, this is a quite large book page that I have. These are my encyclopedias. So I'm just going to trim that edge at the bottom. And so this is just folded over. I don't know whether it needs gluing. I might just put a little glue on it just to make sure it stays in place. I think I will do what I usually do and sew around most of these afterwards. Because I like that look. I have to decide what colour I'm going to sew this journal because I don't think I want to use the dark brown I use in a lot of things. So maybe I'll use grey. Because at least then you can see it, but it's a softer colour. Yeah, what I'm going to do, fold it over. I'm sure most people have made this pocket. It's easiest pocket of the lot, I guess, really. Whereas that or folding it up. But I haven't really made many of these side pockets before, so I thought I'd make that one. And all you've got to do is cover it now with some pretty paper. So let's go with one of the other kits. Let's go with the... Oh, which kit shall I choose? Should we do a bit of Bellarose for this one? What can I use on this? Maybe I'll put that on the front. Is that wide enough? I think it's such a narrow spot, it's almost going to lose any pattern that you use unless it's a very small pattern. Let's just try and find something where you'll actually see what it's meant to be. Okay, I'm going to use a piece of this, I think, for that bit. And then perhaps a bit of the darker colour in the background. Let's give that a try. Right, so okay, take the little bit off the bottom. Okay, I need to just take a little tiny bit off here. And I think I will I'll glue this bit. To there. Right. That piece, it's really pretty. Just says darling on there. That's lovely. On the other side is it's Birdie Darling. Must be a girl's name. I think they used to sometimes call girls Birdie for some reason. Okay, let's just get rid of some of these bits of debris. Keep that. And I would like to use something a little more of a contrast on that side. And then that will just glue along there, right up against that edge. Yeah, then you've got a bit of contrast. Or do I want to bring it up and do it there? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Alright, so Okay, let's trim that off. A little bit that needs trimming here as well. Ooh, that needs gluing. And then we have ourselves a rather pretty little pocket. Okay, so I've just got to make sure, well that will all be sewn afterwards when I've decided what colour I'm going to sew them. So I might just put a little dab of glue just to hold it together, very lightly. And then, oh, but also I would like to ink this edge before I stick it. Okay. Right. It's a nice little pocket. Don't think it needs any more decoration. What about the other one? Oh, maybe I'll put a little something on here though. This might need a little something. So you wouldn't think they were going in the same journal, would you? But they will. It's all going to be a bit of mix and match. But I think that's going to be fun, just to marry all these bits together. And so I think the next video will be choosing the papers for the signature will make the most sense, won't it? And then I won't use them for other things. So let's see if I've got a little something that can go on there. Now I did have a sheet of roses somewhere. Yes, I don't know if they're too big. I think these are from Shabby Dabby Doodar's Essentials kit. I just thought it would go, so I popped it in here. That one. Let's have a look. See which of these two will go best, because they're different sizes. Or I could put one of my ladies on there, couldn't I? That's a good idea, Karen. Do that. Put one of your ladies on here. That's what it's all about, wasn't it? Using my ladies. So let's find something that would go on here. Well, she's got a little pink on her. She would go quite nicely on there. She's got some pink in her hat and pink in her bouquet, so I think that would be good. Not that they're all going to be, they're not all likely to have pink on them, but she does. So let's use it. Let's put the two colours, put it together. I've got a little bit of coffee dyed cheesecloth floating around. Wondered if that might work, or maybe we should go for some lace. Yes, we're going to do lots of lace in this journal, so maybe that would be even better. Nope, don't want to do that. I'm going to get some lace. Okay, so went off to find some lace. I think this is the one I'm going to use. I think this would look quite nice on here. I don't need too much. I'm just going to cut it down to about there. That's a really interesting shape at the side there, isn't it? I don't know how it got to be that shape, but I think I need to cut about here maybe. I've got to just check how big it actually needs to be. I think it might need to be a little bit bigger than that actually. Okay. Cut it across there and then see where we go. Sometimes these pockets with a slant are a bit difficult to fit something onto, but I can always cut it off. I think I'll just straighten it up here. Well, my idea of straightening up and is not particularly any relation to actual straightening up. Look at that, that's just rubbish. It's been the way of it with this pocket, I think. I've just not been at my best, but then I don't think there is a best really. It's kind of just have to go with the flow. Alright, so there's that way, or I could turn it and do it that way maybe. How would that look? Would it look really odd? Yeah, it would, so I'm not doing that. So pop her there. I am going to just trim at the corner. I might be able to just put it hanging a little bit low there. Alright. I can just hang off the pocket a little bit at the bottom, and then she'll just about fit on there nicely. I feel like I've cut down the lace so much there's hardly any lace on there now, so I'm feeling like I need a bit more. So I think I might put some down the edge here. Yeah. Let's see what I've got. So I think this journal is going to need lots of lace. I've decided, I think I'm going to call it Lace and Ladies, this journal, because that's kind of what it's all about. Rather than pinning it to a particular kit or anything. My Lace and Ladies journal is what I think I'm going to call it. And I think that's going to go quite nicely on there. So I'm covering up that butterfly bit, but there's loads of butterflies on here, on this kit, so I'll just cut it there a moment and then see how it looks. Might have to trim it a bit at the top. Right. I'll pop that there. And let's see. I'll put that there. And this lace can just overlap there a little bit. Oh yes, that's better. That's better. Okay, good. Now we're getting that lacy look I was after. I'm going to just fold this back a bit so I can just put some glue on there. You may have gone a bit too far at the top. Hang on, where's that white gone? A little bit too much glue up the top there. Okay. And I just need to glue bottom half. Boop. Okay. And I'm going to add my lovely lady. She has been inked around, and I just rounded the corners a touch. In fact, I didn't re-ink those when I rounded them, did I? Right. Okay. There she is. And let's ink up the side here. Just check. Oh, don't think it matters too much which way around some of these laces go. Okay, so that's her on there. Now I'm feeling the need for something here, like some sort of bow or something. Right, let's find a pretty little bow. Maybe we can pick out this blue, see what we can find. It's quite pretty. What's this one? No, a bit green. Does that work? It's a nice one. I think it's back to front. Right, what else have I got? Anything else that might work? This little one, it's got a bit of lilac, but a bit more green, really, than lilac. This one has got more, it's lilac and pink, so that's back to front. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that one. It has little butterflies on it. Blends in a bit. Oh, I'm so fussy about my bows. I'm tempted to stick with the pink in this corner. I just feel that somehow the pink works best. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. All right. Put some blobs on the back of the tails so that they just lay nicely. Ooh, picked up a bit of lace there. Okay, let's hope that should stick nicely. There we are. From inauspicious beginnings, I think we've ended up with a really pretty pocket, so I'm really pleased with that one. Sets the tone for the journal a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, and then see what we can do with this pocket. I thought I'd just put a little bit of something down the edge there. Put this one away. These are two, oh, that's a scrap, so that's one piece used up, that's always good. Now I've got this big card with a few different ones on. wonder about this. This one. I love this one. Don't know if it'll be the right thing to put on the edge of a pocket, but we'll have a look, shall we? Not sure if that's quite what I want there. Okay, whoops. Just use this sticker to hold that down. Now, I'm thinking now that this one might... Oh, it's quite wide though, isn't it? A bit wider than I thought. Okay, so all the ones I've been looking at have been too wide, but I think this one would be okay. This one is really pretty. It's got just a soft little edge, but I think I might like to just take off the header, because it's often that makes it too hard an edge for me. So I'm just going to take that off. When it's this narrow, I'm not really too keen to do this because it makes it even narrower, but it's just somehow I can't quite... I don't really like it with that edge on. Sometimes it's alright, sometimes it works, but I think it just looks a lot softer without it. And then I could put another bit on the outer edge then, couldn't I? Because it's quite narrow. So I think that's what I'll do. Just trim this a little bit more. Well, probably not enough, but... Okay, so a bit of glue along the edge. And you can just stick over the edge a tiny little bit. Okay. Just might stretch right to the top there. Okay. Okay, and whoops, just pull it over slightly to the edge, and then we'll do another little piece along here. Alright, okay. Trim that off. And then that's just a pretty little pocket. Because it's such dainty paper, I don't want to overdo the embellishing because I think it's quite sweet as it is. So I think that'll be fine. So that's our two pockets. We've made a start on our Lace and Ladies journal. How about that? So we've got that pocket and we've got this pocket. So we're away. I don't know when this one will pop up, I might do some dipping in my to-do box and see if I can incorporate things to make them go into this journal, so I'm always working towards it. But we'll see how it goes, but it'll probably last me quite a while, this journal. It's going to be a bit of a slow burn. I shall just pop it in here and there. So no, it won't be a regular every week thing, but it'll start to pop up more and more as the autumn journal comes towards an end. Right, so thank you very much for joining me today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.